We will be doing activity number 3 this afternoon. So this is entitled The Equipment and Manipulations for Filtration. So you have to read and understand the whole activity, and you have to come up with your own objectives on what you want to learn in this activity. So again, this is about filtration, and in the discussion section, you can see there the different apparatus or equipment that we can use during the filtration process, in which the most common is the filter paper. I believe you know that. You know that very well, that when we do filtration in the laboratory, most of the time we use the filter paper. However, the filter paper has advantages and meron din namang disadvantages. So some of the disadvantages of using the filter paper is that when you use this for filtering, the process may be slower compared to other filtering media. So medyo matagal, especially if you have solid particles that will be clogged into the pores of the filter paper. The filtration process will be halted, and it will really take a lot of time before you can finish the whole process. It may be troublesome and it may be inconvenient to use also. However, for the maximum temperature for ignition, we don't really have a maximum temperature for ignition here. Madali naman masunog yung filter paper. And another disadvantage of using the filter paper is, since it is made up of carbon, it's an organic material, it may react with the other chemicals that we are filtering. So the carbon in the filter paper can actually act as reducing agent, and that will reduce the other chemicals. Okay, but nevertheless, it has a lot of pores for filtration, so it is still suitable, especially if the substance that we are filtering is gelatinous in nature. So like gel-like siya, mas madali actually siyang i-filter using the filter paper. And another advantage is low cost, meaning the filter paper that we use in the laboratory is not really expensive. So those are the advantages and the disadvantages of using the filter paper. Now, aside from the filter paper, we can also use crucibles. Okay, we can use crucibles, and they are made up of different materials. We have Gooch crucible, we have also glass crucible, porcelain, and the other one is the aluminum oxide crucible. They actually look the same. Their shape is almost the same. However, the material where they are made up are different. So, pero kung titingnan natin advantages of these crucibles, almost the same lang naman. They can provide rapid filtration process, unlike the filter paper. They are convenient to use. They can withstand heat even more than 1,000 degrees Celsius. And unlike the filter paper, they are inert, meaning they don't react with the chemical substance that we are filtering. Okay? However, the disadvantage of using these crucibles is that this cannot be used for gelatinous material, kasi the gel-like material will be clogged into the pores of the crucibles. Okay, and aside from that, most of our crucibles are expensive, except for Gooch crucible, though, na kagaya ng filter paper, it's also inexpensive. Now, let me show you a picture of the crucible, that you will have the idea on what How does it look like? Actually, the Gooch crucible and the other types of crucible looks like the crucible and cover that we know. So last time in our activity number 1, we had the discussion about the different laboratory apparatuses that we can use in our laboratory procedures, and one of those apparatus is the crucible and cover. So ganun pa rin naman ang mukha ng tinatawag na Gooch crucible except for the pores or the holes sa baba niya. Okay? Like this one, nakikita niyo itong parang butas-butas na yan. So you can actually place your substance there and that can actually filter. You can separate the solid material and then the liquid material will just pass through those pores. So ito yung Gooch crucible na tinatawag. That can be porcelain also. And then you can see here, meron ding glass na crucible. So again, all of them are used for filtration. So you can actually attach them to other glass materials in the laboratory to aid the filtration process so that you will easily get rid of the solid material or get rid of the liquid material that is a part of a mixture. So again, parehas lang ng mukha kay crucible and cover. So these are all the filtering media for our laboratory procedures in analytical chemistry. Now, for this activity, what you need to do is to read and understand the procedures in handling these crucibles and also the filter paper. So you will see here the first part, preparation of crucible. So you may read the procedure, or I have given you the link here for the process. You may watch it sa time natin. And then after watching the procedure in the preparation of crucibles, you have to answer the following questions. Okay? So you have here define drying to constant mass. And then we have here filtering using a filter paper, wherein the procedure for folding the filter paper and placing it in a funnel is being included. You also have to be familiar with that sa folding mismo. Or you can watch the provided video. I have given you the link in the worksheet. And please take note of the instruction. You have to get a short bond paper and divide it into half. And then from each of the half, you have to cut a circle kagaya nung mukha ng filter paper natin in the laboratory. And then you have to follow the instruction on how to fold the filter paper. But while you are folding, while you are doing the procedure, you have to take a video of yourself. And you have to submit the video together with this worksheet. So dapat dalawang file yung matatanggap ko for activity number 3. Again, the worksheet and also the video sa pag-fold ng filter paper. So aside from that, the filtering process is also included here, filtering and washing the precipitates. So meron din dyan provided na video on how to do the washing. After that, you have to answer the guide questions. You have to provide your own conclusion, and so does the reference or the references that you use in answering the guide question. So yun yung magiging activity natin this afternoon. Any question for activity number 3?
Wala na po, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Bali, next meeting, ma'am, mag-reporting na agad ang group 3, ma'am, about dito.
So, this one, you can print the activity and then, pero yung answer niya should be handwritten. Okay? And then again, the same sa instruction ko with the other activities natin, you have to compile this and submit it in PDF format para hindi siya masira. Hindi masira yung formatting ng inyong submission. Di ako mahirapan maghanap ng number 1 and so on. So this will be reported by Group 3 on Monday next week. Any question?
Monday din po deadline yan, ma'am.
No, ano nga nakalagay dito ha? Nilagay ko yung deadline nito here. Saturday ang deadline nito, activity number 3. Saturday. Wala na. Actually,